Lunchbreak.
Nice.
Another week.
Another week. New location for me.
New location. Where you are? You're in North Shore now.
Here is the garden. There's a really cute cat sitting outside. And I'm right across from a really good surfing beach.
Wow. Is North Shore usually a little wetter? Like, do you get a lot more rain?
The east side is really wet. The west side is dry, and then north and south, like the valleys on the south shore are pretty wet. But here it's not like terribly. I think it's probably like in between.
In between, cool.
But not too bad.
Very good. And are you settled in, or do you have a bunch of preparations you have to make? Or?
No, I didn't have much stuff, so just a couple bags and my surfboard.
Nice. Did you bring one from the south side?
Yeah, I bought it. I used one. It was fun. I was part of the joke surf competition on Saturday, which was very fun. It was a wave storm kook contest.
What is it? A wave storm?
You know, wave storms are like the foam boards that everyone usually sells on like $95 at Costco or something. And everyone kind of makes fun of them, but like they actually are really good to surf on. So like everyone also has them usually.
Are these like 9 foot? These are super long.
Yeah, like
really
8-foot boards. Yeah.
Okay.
So there was like a joke wave storm contest that one of my friends organized. So we had like a tent and a whiteboard and everything and like different heats. And people got points for like costume, and dropping in on people was extra points, or like foul play was extra points. Style points.
Awesome.
Really the guy who won dressed up as the QAnon shaman who like stormed the Capitol. He was surfing.
Is that the one from? That's the guy who had like
the one with like the hat
stuff?
and the fur. Yeah. When I was going down to the beach, I saw him, and I didn't know if like I was like, oh, like this might actually be a QAnon supporter, so I'm just gonna quickly walk past him because I'm not sure if he's a white supremacist.
Wow. Jeez.
It was so funny. Anyway, it's nice to be here. I'm looking forward to my month here.
Yeah. So you're there officially for a month? And did that rule out is that the rest of your committed Hawaii time, or is that like
no, I think May I might do like other islands or
cool.
another island after, because the surfing I think will die down a lot by then here. So this is like a nice time to be here.
So right now North Shore is kind of mellow?
It's like mellow-ish. There's still some big days, but like today is 4 to 5 feet waves. I wouldn't go anything more than like 7 probably. That would freak me out a little bit. But yeah, it's not like winter swells. Yeah.
Nice. So I have a few ideas for kind of a topic or group of topics or kind of things that I'm curious about. I thought we could maybe touch on.
Yeah, let's do it.
So one is you and I were talking just an hour ago about the concept of these like, these maker houses, and a lot of it are like, we've addressed these topics before, various formats in Highlighter or various forums on Highlighter. And I think the idea of like the maker houses, what are they? What are the top ones? What are the well-known ones? How many are are they typically focused on TikTok or YouTube, or is there crossover, and who's involved and who orchestrates these, and who are the big names, and how do you get in? And like, I feel like there's a whole thing that happens around this that I am only very arm's length aware of. I couldn't actually tell you like how it all works. Even I haven't even read all the best knowledge published around it.
Yeah.
So one idea is like, we could try to like, I don't know if it's like co-write for a blog post, but kind of do like a Chris Pyack style, like Google Doc, where we try to like copy and paste and structure and organize whatever information we can find and maybe the end result is that we have a document that, you know, is our best understanding of the current state of maker houses, and sort of hopefully can help somebody who does, you know, who's kind of in our position at the moment, could read this and kind of quickly digest what the system is all about.
That's a really cool idea. I like that.
And probably related, but another kind of question top of mind that we also touched on is like a lot of these makers, and this is like a separate but related topic, but a lot of these makers, people with large audiences, are starting to move into venture capital and using sort of their audience influence access to try to make early stage investments in kind of new, whether it's new makers or new technology companies or platforms that serve makers.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I also don't have a lay of the land in my mind of like, who is actually doing this, who's talking about this, what scale is it happening, what are the forums where they meet, where are their access points to the venture kind of or technology ecosystem. So one is kind of about like the maker house kind of movement. The other is kind of like the, you know, creators as venture capitalists movement.
Yeah.
And there's probably tons of crossover. It may be that it's like totally separate bodies of thinking or knowledge, but then there might also be just like, it might be that it's kind of all flavors of, you know, a few different themes, or, you know, a lot of the same people involved in both.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, it's probably going to start off like just like a bit of a research project that like we'll have a bunch of links, and then we can start summarizing and like sectioning things, and then maybe we can even reach out to some of the people who are like in the houses or know more about these houses and stuff and get some info.
Right. I know we talked about it with Nathan a little bit, and I think he was also a little arm's length on it. Do you know if has he gotten deeper with that stuff at all? Do you know? Nathan
I would think Lee Jin would know the most.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure about Nathan.
Right. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Nathan was top of mind because of the Type House, which was modeled off of Hype House. But I think you're right that Legion probably has more kind of hands-on, you know, experience with that.
Yeah.
So I could fire up a Google Doc if you haven't yet.
I just made one here.
Oh, you did? Okay.
It's totally blank.
Perfect. Creator House and Angels. I'm really excited about this project because it's just like, it's like this body of knowledge that just doesn't have a home yet. So can we make the best thing out there so far?
Yeah.
So I guess maybe phase one, at least for me, actually maybe phase one is I don't know. Should we just like do stuff like we normally do, or should we try to like? I was thinking we could structure questions that we have that hopefully get answered. We could just start doing a bunch of research and piling in a bunch of links that seem relevant.
I like starting with questions, and then we can do like the link.
Okay. So on questions, and I might say like, I don't know. What does the maker house ecosystem look like? Top houses, top platforms, top people, I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Alrighty. Okay, you go to the second bullet.
A couple of shoot. I can't. Okay. Oops. Sorry. I'll give you one there. I guess the way to make this work is, okay, yeah, what you just did also works.
I'll just throw on the top and then we can.
Or did I I forget if I shared. Did I share the doctor as part of the smart TikTok?
No.
This guy's really, really funny. Let me see if I can find a good version of this URL that's not. I'm going to cut all this junk, see if that URL actually works. Okay, yeah. So this is like this emergency room doctor who gives all of these like it's kind of like medical advice, but he wouldn't claim it's medical advice, but it's just little funny quips from how different things happen in the emergency room.
Oh my God.
He's pretty, foul-mouthed is kind of his shtick. Sort of. He looks a little like he'd be kind of your caring doctor, and he's actually he's not as buttoned up as he may appear.
This is amazing.
I started searching already to articulate my question better. I realized I should just start adding the links, I think. So I think we have actually a pretty good list. I think it would take us, most of the month to properly write everything we can about these questions.
Yeah, I tried to distill them into macro questions at the top.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Cut across a lot of these questions. Oh, and then
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just saw a minute ago a scheduling thing about a thing that we had. Okay, that is for a later date, so we're fine. Okay, so you sort of pulled out the abstracts into the buckets. So next step here, should we just start trying to answer these questions in order and share some links related to each, or?
Yeah, probably some general articles about the phenomenon overall would have would be a good starting point, and probably hit a couple of these buckets at once.
Yeah.
So looking up hype house talk.
I think we ran into this New York Times one earlier today. So do we want to make spaces within here, or should we do it at the end?
Yeah, maybe we can do. I'm just gonna do page break. General research.
Okay, so I'll get rid of this and I'll move it down to general research.
I'm looking at these old examples. Our Second Life, 2014 house, O2L mansion.
This is my bedroom, all the magic happens. What a Cassandra Debrachi. This is the garbage. I mean, our garage. Every day, sometimes. Yeah.
Wow. A 1600 Vine.
Yeah.
Video shot driven watched billions of times. The common spaces, a spacious gym, walkways lined with beige blocks, and a courtyard surrounded by lush plants are so recognizable that it's like walking onto the set of a popular TV show.
Public auditions on TikTok. Oh, they talked about how the Sway House started here.
Is it still in the New York Times?
I put it in our Google Doc.
Oh, cool.
Oh, interesting. It says, if a management company or brand is sponsoring the house, the tenants may only have to produce a few TikToks and a YouTube video every week as a form of in-kind rent.
And are those videos then presumably, are they showcasing the sponsor?
If it's a brand, maybe, but if it's just a talent management agency, then I'm not sure. They just care about them becoming as famous as they can, right?
Right. It's interesting that YouTubers are almost like being threatened by. I would think about the platforms threatening each other, but it's actually the talent who has audience, and one also feels threatened by the up and comers from the other.
Yeah. The beef, inter-house beef.
Is that the basis of the beef? Is that
I don't know. It looks like some of these houses start when like one person defects.
Right.
This is the most interesting part to me. Like, what are these talent agencies doing?
I just shared a link. Do you know the Trader is 8?
Where did you put it? In chat?
I put it in chat, yeah.
Oh no.
There's a group of 8 employees who left Shockley Semiconductor Labs in 1957 to found Fairchild Semiconductor.
That's so funny. That's like the hype house and the analogy of tech.
The Hype House from 1957.
The Traitors 8.
That, you know, in a sense, you'd say that kind of gave birth to Silicon Valley as it is today. Wow, there's Melanin Mansion for Black creators, Cabin 6 for LGBT focused collective, Diversity University. I guess it's both like not surprising, but also somewhat surprising that these things are thematic in an unsurprising way, but that the themes end up becoming these place-centric things, which are ultimately like virtual channels. But the place is so important for how the collabs work, presumably.
Yeah.
That everybody living together and bumping into each other and riffing off each other's ideas, and I don't know if they're collaborating in each other's videos.
It's like a never-ending reality TV show.
Mm-hmm. Daisy Keach. So this is April 2020, so it's about a year ago. Oh no, she left Hype House to set up another creator house called Clubhouse. I wonder if they also get confused with the Enterprise app.
The Enterprise app is just doomed. Everything is going to be called Clubhouse. Yeah, I'm trying to find like a long, in-depth article about any of these or this phenomenon, but I only find the New York Times links by Taylor.
Mm-hmm. So this one talks about Daisy Keach was listed as co-founder of the Hype House, and there was drama in TikTok's most coveted creator group. So she is or was a big TikToker, but then she did a 22-minute video on YouTube. So that kind of starts to address some of my crossover question. I mean, the formats are different enough that I guess if you have a 22-minute idea or set of ideas that you want to share, that YouTube's the only practical way to do that.
So here's the management company that organizes Sway House.
Wow, this is old. Do you see the numbers of quoting for Josh Richards following and Bryce Hall's following?
No, which article?
Bryce Hall, or sorry, not article, the LinkedIn link you sent me.
Oh,
Bryce Hall at a paltry 3 million followers. Weren't we just on earlier today seeing him at like 20 million?
mm-hmm. Oh, here's another article about Talent X Entertainment.
So I'm still trying to get my head around Talent X. Is it? It's like a talent management company. So are they providing like audience or like some sort of like capital for the real estate rental, or do they have like a bunch of, are they just like networks of people that can create collabs more easily?
It sounds like they definitely started a couple houses, and then I don't know what else they offer. Like, I don't even know what a normal talent agency offers, to be honest. Like, they help you manage your social media and stuff, or and find collabs? Like, how does it? Do you know how it normally works?
I'm not super deep on that area. I think my understanding is that historically, like a talent agent would be something like a market maker between talent and opportunities. So talent is making things, and the agent is out there finding new opportunities and maybe helping negotiate pieces. But that's kind of I'd say almost like a pre-digital world, or kind of the former version. So like if you're if you're mostly
the wall isn't such a, they could just find their own opportunities, right? So is it more of just like an ops team for them?
I mean, I don't know. I would guess there's some something that I could imagine is that there's some like talent vetting feature that they could play, or just like becoming almost like the glue that helps a bunch of people bind together to collaborate, almost like the role that like historically,
actually,
I guess like a
helpful.
What's that?
This article is pretty helpful to this point. Like the last page of the Google Doc I just posted.
Okay.
TikTok creators who gain a lot of notoriety, they don't have the direction when it comes to how to monetize, do merch, and do touring. Then there are music and TV opportunities too.
Are we looking at Forbes?
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like creator-first company. 2 of their founders are creators with massive followings. Started a wildly successful YouTube channel, 15 million subscribers, social media following 6 million. So they have creators as part of their platform. I see, yeah. So platform is around like monetization, merch, and touring? Because I guess distribution is solved through the platform mostly.
Yeah, it seems like it. Oh. They just got acquired by esports firm Rect Global.
That Talendex did?
Yeah.
That REKT?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. There's a link there at the bottom of that article about it said their equity investments. So this article is Sway LA invests in silly bands ahead of once beloved bracelet brand's relaunch.
What?
I was thinking technology, but I guess this is like
I thought that's
product.
Oh my god, this thing is back.
Do you remember these from before?
Yeah. Oh my God, what are they gonna do? Silly band.
Presumably they could show up in a lot of videos, and that would be a hot thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like product placement. Seems like you could sell a lot of silly bands because they're colorful and quirky, and probably could be highly visible in a video.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. It says that Richards, Johnson, Beck are all advisors and equity stakeholders in TikTok competitor Triller. Are you aware of Triller? Do you know?
Yeah.
So I think he's kind of probably a pretty distant second or third. I think there's a few that are, competing in kind of the space that TikTok owns. But I think Triller is one of the larger, nowhere near the scale of TikTok, but one of the larger competitors.
Yeah.
Interesting that like Josh Richards is huge on TikTok and now an investor and advisor to Triller.
Huh.
Now I'm curious, like Triller, Josh Richards, like did he actually show up? Oh, he joins the app as part of the executive team. This was July 2020. But he's a creator there as well as an executive at the company? So I want to see what does Josh Richards' profile look like on Triller? Is it like same stuff, different stuff? Is he like big there? Not yet. Okay, it looks like it's just at Josh Richards. So here's the link to the web version of his stuff. 526 views on the most recent one. Maybe I'll go to some older ones. 54,000 views.
So, yeah, I wonder how he decides where to post what.
Not by no bitch. We ain't gonna fall out by who. It looks like he's mostly doing like lip syncs.
Stuff.
Was it?
It's like the same stuff, like singing and dancing to music, it seems.
Mm-hmm. He's got one is 1.8 million.
Wow. These are all just like lip syncing videos, basically.
Right? Yeah.
I don't understand.
And he has a bunch of. He seems to be doing these collab podcast type things with
Or is it
Dave
like the same
Portnoy.
one? No, he's wearing different clothes in them.
This is the guy, I think. Isn't this Barstool Sports? Like this one, this has 1.6 million views. Or did I quote that right? It has a lot of views. I might have misquoted it. 1.3 million. Mm-hmm.
Andrew Yang wants to bring TikTok houses to New York City as mayor. This one article from January, and then people in New York got pissed.
They're like, no, we don't want
Yeah. Here's an article about a service designed to help formalize relationships that are typically forged through personal connections or cold DMs. Influencers and brands, it looks like.
So what are these like? I'm reading this AMP, Ambassador Management Platform. So they call it to scout for talent. And then they say that talent wants, it says content creators are craving this sort of standardization. I'm not sure I get what standardization here is.
Brands to create a careers page for influencers. Oh, so like big brands. So if you're like Costco, instead of trying to find one particular influencer or targeting one at a time through DMs and stuff, maybe they would use this platform.
I feel like we see one of these things every time some new platform or ecosystem emerges. Somebody's trying to be kind of the marketplace.
Does it ever work? I feel like people always default back to people.
Yeah, I guess like the magic of these I think these relationships are a little bit more personalized or customized, and so I think it's hard for these marketplaces of matchers to really be meaningful, or the platforms themselves will end up being able to help with that matching service a little bit better.
Yeah.
But we haven't really seen like a lot of brand matching from the platforms. My guess is these things kind of work. They're nowhere near the scale of these platforms, but they're probably like reasonable businesses. Or if we search for influencer marketplaces, yeah, I don't know the dynamics of this thing at all. So out of these, I think we've made some progress. I wouldn't say I have like answers, but at least I'm more familiar with some of the names. I think I have some better understanding of this. The one that I don't think I have a good understanding of yet is like, and it sounds like it's somewhat newly emergent, but there's like, people using their influencer side to kind of create opportunities for them as investors. And I think we saw like the, what was the one I mentioned? The silly bands is like one version of that, but that's a little different than the flavor I was expecting to see. I feel like I've heard some people using this influencer, audience to presumably help with more like technology venture investing. And I wonder, like, have you, across the reading you've done now or before, do you have a little bit of that catalog in your mind of what that looks like?
Not as much, but there are like Josh Richards angel investing. If you Google, there are a bunch of articles about that we could look more at.
And then there was this one from Legion. I'll share. She was pointing out that I think it's great that more creators are starting VC funds, but I don't think it's right for everyone. Running a fund while being a full-time creator is very intense. And so she says angel investing can be a great way to start. That's what we're enabling Atelier Angels. So it sounds like she's kind of doing... Oh, okay, so she actually has this pilot program which is helping top creators become angel investors. Oh, that's cool. So this is like one of her, I think she's doing a few of these cohort-based things. It seems like this is a flavor of a cohort-based program that she's doing. The Atelier Angels. looks pretty real. That looks like a good way for people to get together, connect with each other, learn from her experience, which is going to be relevant to stuff that people are, kind of up and coming creators are going to want to learn from. She's got good experience and good networks that can be helpful there. Cool. All right. Well, there's infinite amount we could explore there, but I think we have some other stuff we want to connect on offline today. So maybe we can wrap our lunch break and move to some of the.
I feel like we made
good progress.
Yeah, we can continue and shape this up into some sort of doc at some point.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, cool. See you, Mishti.